CarPlay, they made like a big update on CarPlay. So they did like a big overhaul.
Look where this guy is. He's all athletic, outdoors, wood, trees.
Is he doing the Apple Watch bit?
Probably. Yeah, they changed everything about it. So for the gauge cluster, they're actually working with car manufacturers and getting that information and then turning it into like their own UI. So all the stuff that you see there with like the RPM and like, you know, gas and all that stuff, it's like, or not gas.
But what is this dash they're showing off that like spans the whole car? Like, what is this car?
It's kind of like their vision of what they can do.
Oh, okay, but it's completely concept.
Is this a peek into
Apple car? I would say.
Right?
I would say
cool.
They want to go horizontal with it.
Yeah.
Otis.
Stop it, Otis. Stop it.
Just take it away from him.
Who, you want me to get up?
Sure.
I'll get it.
Whoever brought this toy, it was
Ryan.
It was destined to be torturous for the production of this show.
Yeah.
Like, what is the most obnoxious, crinkly sounding toy? Let's put that right beside the Later set,
Right.
so that the audience can appreciate all the crinkly sounds. Well, you know what? Because you know what? Epic has been doing all kinds of stuff with that, with Unreal, where they were imagining what an interface in a car should look like and working with automakers to develop a better, more uniform experience across the car's info and details and settings and multimedia and everything. Just more cohesiveness. And you know, Apple and Epic, they're head to head all the time. And Apple, the rumor about this Apple car forever. I'd just be curious to see what manufacturer actually has the hardware to really implement this. Because if you look at the current state of CarPlay and Android Auto, it's just your regular aspect ratio. And it kind of is forced to fit into this variety of systems, which in many of them, the in-dash unit is already a typical landscape aspect ratio. But then in others, like new Mercedes and all types of luxury cars where you have way more displays than that, the Android Auto portion or the Apple CarPlay portion would just be a section of their overall implementation. So this gives you a much more comprehensive view of the ideal Apple scenario, but it just doesn't, it's not a thing that you're going to see right now or anytime soon. You're going to see instead the bottom section, which is you can implement today into any car that offers Apple CarPlay or Android Auto functions.
Either way, I think it's a nice concept to show maybe the future of the Apple car.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think it is. I think it's a slight teaser. Shout out, Tony. Yeah, it's a cool... the only thing is, okay, so you see this really long display there. This is a thing that I noticed even driving in cars that have a large landscape display like the Tesla.
How are you going to control the right side?
Well, I think the passenger's meant to control the music over there, but stuff gets really far away. Like where you see it in a photo and it looks really cool and it's great for multimedia when you're actually just sitting back and not driving, but a lot of that is far away to access.
Yeah.
And I've got a car with a portrait display, and I remember when I first saw that on an old Tesla thinking, why would you flip it portrait? Like, you're totally limiting the multimedia capabilities. You want to watch a video or something.
Right.
You're basically cutting the screen in half. But now you realize it totally changes the dash and how close things are to reach.
Right.
By a lot.
Yeah.
And so the far side of when you're designing the UI, the far side of the screen is totally accessible here, but not accessible or as accessible when you're in a landscape. But then the benefits of the landscape we know well, which is you just load up a movie and you're chilling in the parking lot and the multimedia is out of control.
Yeah, you get to enjoy the huge widescreen.
In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Apple Car. There's your sneak peek. But also CarPlay, as mentioned. Now, many cars, by the way, do have this behind the steering wheel display. So I presume it could. But how do they tap into it? Because I've never seen it being tapped into.
They're gonna be talking to car manufacturers.
Okay.
Like it's not a hack. They're gonna be collaborating with them.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, you said it, Will. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I'll set it.
You said it. I'm gonna hold you to it. Shout out Bobby. Shout out Tony.